All right, we're live.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Today we're doing things. Oh, so who wants to start?
Hello, I'm Shania from Grassroots Bridge Builders.
And I am Donna Garcia, also from Grassroots Bridge Builders. And what we are is a local. Oh, hi, Sarah.
Hi, my name is Sarah Myers. I'm the executive director for the ICT Tree Huggers here at the Safe Streets Wichita office.
Yes. So a little bit about us, I guess we are a local nonprofit. We're brand new. We just got started, and what we specialize in is peer-to-peer outreach for homeless individuals, specializing and focusing on advocacy primary right now. And then we would like to grow and expand out to help with like systems navigation. So
Peer support, building bridges in between the community and the homeless, and building bridges between the homeless and the community.
Yeah. So kind of why we started was because we saw a need. There's a gap in our services where we can find housing for people in our housing first model that our community needs. But we see that there's a lot of fall through in the systems because there's a lack of in-depth, really there for you, ready to get like boots on the ground with you every day, battle buddy, sponsor type relationships among people who understand what it's like to be homeless. Anything to add? I don't know what Sarah's.
Hey, ladies, and thank you guys so much for sharing. I'm currently streaming on several different platforms. So if you see me toggling between views, it's because I have several cameras rolling. I love that we have collectively come together today to go ahead and express the urgent need to serve in a way that kind of is helping everyone right now. If I'm not sure if you guys are in the Midwest or not, I know that we are in Wichita, but whoever is watching, it is extremely cold outside. That we had just got done getting some snow, and there are some flurries going on right now, and we are here to raise awareness about how we can support our neighbors here in the community with this cold weather that's outside. So I know some things that went down today, ladies. So how do the grassroots bridge builders and the inhumane climate conditions, like what are we needing to do and what's happening in the city?
So, do you want to?
Well, we want to keep the people warm, so we were trying to donate, or you can come and pick up what has already been donated at the Wichita Safe Streets here on Waterman. We already had people donate gloves, hats, boots, jackets, and sweaters. But yeah, more people can donate, or you can come pick up.
And something that we offer, which is kind of unique, is that I'm a registered nurse. I'm studying to be a nurse practitioner. So we also do independent medical outreach. In this type of weather, when we're having these sub-zero temperatures, we're going to get down to the -5, -7 range today overnight. We're really looking out for things like frostbite. So what we plan to do today is we're mobilizing our networks and asking for donations, warm weather clothes, cold weather gear, sleeping bags, hand warmers, shoes, hats, coats, blankets, anything that you can think of that might help keep people warm tonight. We also want to reach out to some of our faith-based organizations to see if they have, or individuals, if they have any space. At 2:00 today, we're going to be going out into the community, and we're looking for individuals who need help. Yes. And the last, 48 hours or so, we've had a closure of a large hotel that was housing a lot of unhoused people. So there have been hundreds of individuals individuals displaced.
What wasn't it the Econo Lodge that was closed?
Yes,
What happened? Did they just kick everybody out, or like what? And about how many people do you think that is? Is it just like 10 people, or are
Well,
these?
according to the local news channels, which we can provide the links for, it's been an ongoing issue with things like safety concerns, fire code problems, and it seems like the city was involved in some capacity on making the decision to close down this hotel that provided well, shelter
yeah,
essentially.
shelter. It was some
Low
people. It was a
barrier.
home for. They stayed
Yeah.
there and they paid for the whole month, not for a day, not for 2 days. They paid for the whole month, so they're out of that whole month income
So
right now.
it's like affordable housing, literally for our community.
And one of our ambassadors has family members who were staying there, and it sounds like there may be some families with children, and those are the ones that we're actually really looking for, and those are the ones that we would like to see placed. These are, she said, toddlers and
Yes,
things.
yes, yes.
So we want to make sure that these families are we know the community is aware that this is going on and that we are coming together and building this bridge to get these people safe. We want to ask our supporters in our network if there's any church annexes, gyms, people's backyards, anything that people feel comfortable with opening up, at least for tonight. If we identify any of these families, especially if there are children involved, we want to get them connected to some kind of resource, which is another conversation that we're having with the community about what is an appropriate resource for them.
Like right now, they can't really go to the Mac with all their stuff, but they can go to with their some of their
Wait,
belongings.
what is the MAC? Is it like a?
That is the multiple agency center that they had built for the winter shelter. Um, so they're the stuff like the at the economy where they was staying, they was able to bring food there and have stuff to eat. But as they transfer over to the MAC, they were not able to bring them type of belongings. So they need to have a place where they can bring all their belongings from where they cannot live to where a safe place they could stay at.
Yeah. So the multi-agency center is a concept that our community has come up with. Essentially, it will be a one-stop shop for homelessness. We're anticipating that it's open to near full capacity early spring. Right now, they're operating a emergency winter shelter that houses men and women. Does not take families. You can't be anyone under 18. They can't allow in for safety issues. We have other resources that we can send people to. It's currently being operated by Humankind Ministries. So we can funnel people that direction. We've also heard concerns with our local homelessness population about the property issue is a big one. Some of these people who are living in this hotel, this is their home. So they have lots of possessions or animals. The emergency winter shelter, you can have 2 large bins of possessions. Right now, it looks like they're trying to arrange with the management to be present at the property that they just shut down some point throughout the week so people can get the rest of their belongings. If someone has storage space available where we can keep some of these items for short term, that might be helpful. We're really looking for any type of option that people are willing to help out with at this point. So that's why we're doing the live streams and things. Yeah, we can get that need out.
So with this MAC Center, why aren't they able? Like, obviously, if you have any food, you're not able to bring it into the space. But like, why? What are some other reasons that they would deter people away from the center? And I feel like I think it's just from a common perspective. I feel like a lot of people will just say like, "Oh, just go to the houseless center or just go to the Mac Center." But I don't think that it's very clear that not everybody has access to these spaces, and there are some boundaries that why the city and these other entities are pushing our houseless neighbors back out into the streets. So if somebody did want to open up their home, what does that really look like, or their backyard, to kind of help in making sure that, people aren't getting fines
Mhm.
for help, just trying to help our neighbors in need.
Right. So I I'd like to say, our service providers, they work really, really hard on being able to provide appropriate shelters
Mhm.
for our unhoused neighbors, and they work really tirelessly. And sometimes they're on short budgets and short notice, so
Yeah.
they do everything that they possibly can out of the kindness of their hearts. What we have found through our work is that those actions don't always translate into appropriate shelters. We come from an evidence-based trauma informed care model.
Mhm.
As a clinician, that's one thing that I have really tried to spearhead. And what we're seeing a lot is that individuals who experience homelessness are frequently re-traumatized. And going to these shelters and accessing these services like mental health providers, some of them have a stigma associated with their names or experiences that people have had with them in the past that make it so they cannot access these spaces. So just that trauma response can be debilitating. Uh, and that's something that we're really trying to convey to service providers, policymakers, that there needs to be room for this flexibility. And we need to have a raised awareness of why someone can't access shelters. And I'd like to have Shania speak more about this. I'm not a homeless person, and I would prefer this perspective to be shared by someone who's actually experienced it.
Yeah.
Being homeless, yeah, and they have federal laws against bringing food into certain establishments. So me not being able to have the food that I like, I like to eat, not being harsh as the food that they don't provide is well enough, because yeah, food is food. Um, and having a medical issue like needing medicine on time, going to some of that establishment, you probably won't get your meds on time because they keep it locked up. Just and then being out here for so long, my heart feels like some places it's just not. You're seeing the same people that you see on the streets. You might run into your abuser there and there. It's just certain reasons why I know females are not going into the MAC or any other shelter and rather be out in this cold. And my heart is with God, and so I have that feeling that I'd rather be in God than face my abuser. I'd rather be with God than face calm care, which over medicated me once. You know, so you have these different fears out there and different reasons why women won't go, and then they don't want to leave their kids behind either, um,
Yeah, or pets.
or pets,
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, well, I'm so grateful for organizations like yours. And thank you for all the hard work that you guys are out here doing. I'm so stoked for us to, team up and really get the community that some of the things that they can use immediately.
Yeah.
So, within that, what are some of the things that you guys would, put a call to action out for the community to come and drop off at our community, space here at 1200 Waterman? What are some things that you feel like our houseless neighbors really can utilize?
Yeah. So our big concern is the weather
yeah.
right now, and the fact that they're offering, but people aren't accepting because all of those traumatic reasons that we've talked about, and that continuing that message that trauma is real, it needs to be recognized, and it's physically debilitating. So things that we can do to help today in the short term as a response is making sure that people stay warm and people stay healthy. And that through that action and that relationship and showing the community on both sides of the bridge that we do care and we are here for you is going to go a lot farther than just calling the police and reporting that there's someone who looks like they're freezing to death on the side of the street. So things that we need are any cold weather gear, hand warmers particularly. I know that you can go to like Family Dollar and you can get hand warmers for like $1.25. And what that does is that helps to combat frostbite. You can put that in different areas, like on your lap, under your arms, to keep that core body warm and keep that body circulating, warm blood, so that they avoid frostbite as much as possible. But with negative degrees, it's kind of hard. Anything to help keep them dry, because we're trying to avoid hypothermia. So things like tarps, trash bags, gloves, like latex gloves to go under regular gloves, layers.
Yeah, layers, scarves, hats, boots, booties,
tarps.
Yeah.
Probably convenient, non-perishable foods too.
Yes.
Things that people can have. Any hygiene products too that you may have.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what we're trying to get things that are beneficial but not hazardous. So I know we're not trying to do any like fuel sources or anything like that. And at the end of the day, our goal is to get people into services while still talking to the service providers about ways that they can be more aware and have more accountability in the services and the care that they are providing, as well as having like this awareness of the voices of the homeless individuals who are experiencing what's going on. So not necessarily, camping equipment or things that are going to make people want to stay out in the street longer, but just things that are going to make it so their chance of survival is better during this immediate freeze that we're experiencing.
So once a community starts collecting all of the amazing resources that I know we could source, are there any spaces that they can donate monetary support if they're not able to get out in this cold and get us the resources? Do you guys have any ways to receive money?
So we are so new. We're still getting all of our financials in order. It's going to be a little while before we have our accounts and our tax information filed and ready to go. But we can do things like GoFundMe's, and we do have partners that we work with who are already established, which is why we can do some of the amazing things already, and just kind of springboard.
Yeah, and I can say donating to Safe Streets Wichita and the ICT Tree Huggers, we are nonprofits here to serve the immediate needs of the community. So by dropping money into our Cash Apps or our Patreons or our PayPals, however you'd like to donate through our link trees, we are here and ready to receive the cash to get the resources out into the community. So
and just noting where your donations are headed, and we'll try to get you at least a thank you from us. We really appreciate it when our community, and when we've seen a amazing response when we put out these needs and start talking to people, especially from the Safe Streets community. You guys are amazing. Amazing. And fast. Like we can do so much when we work together, and that's really what we want to show our unhoused neighbors.
Build the bridge. That's what we're trying to do. Build this bridge.
And then if you have any questions for us, we just got our website up and running. It's buildbridgesict.org, and we also have a YouTube channel.
Yes, Grassroots Bridge Builders on YouTube.
Yeah. And if you have any questions or want to get a hold of us, all of our contact information is on the website. We'll be working on getting our socials up in the next few weeks, but like I said, we're a baby organization, so and we're doing the work while making the business.
Yes,
everything all at once, all the time.
And thank you for the donations this morning from Donna Albright, Edenia Alston, Nettie Hill.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, already just in the first hour we've collected just so much.
Yeah.
We've got lots, but there's lots of needs out there. On the drive over here, in about a span of 6 blocks, I saw 2 emergency responses to people experiencing homelessness.
Mhm.
So, yeah, we got to get out there. We got to go check on our people and make sure that everyone keeps all of their fingers and toes.
Absolutely. Well, just to again, just to solidify what we've been talking about today, there's emergency support, you guys, that is needed here in Wichita, Kansas. There has been a grip of people that have been pushed out of an Econo Lodge hotel space here in the Dub, and they can't take any of their food or their belongings, their medications, or it may put them in an emotionally traumatizing and like almost like you can't do anything type of traumatic experience. So with these upcoming freezing temperatures and very limited shelter options like the Max Center, being able to donate to organizations like the Grassroots Bridge Builders, like ICT Tree Huggers, like Safe Streets Wichita, we are here truly to empower the community and make sure that our local neighbors here in the Dub are not left out in the cold. Okay, so by us coming together, if you have any spaces in your yards, or if you could spare some warmth of however that looks like through a hot cup of soup, a hot cup of water, like that can be a game changer and a morale changer for our community. So if you have any warm clothing, any blankets, any non-perishable food items, feel free to drop them off here at Safe Streets Wichita at 1200 Waterman Street. We are right here located to downtown Wichita. So we are centrally located and we are abundantly available and ready to receive the amazing donations for our houses friends. So don't forget, if you're not able to get out to us, you can support financially by assisting with emergency housing and supplies. So together, I know that we are working hard to make sure that we keep our community warm here and safe during a very critical time. And I think this is an awesome opportunity to show Wichita what we're made of. There's a lot.
Yes.
Yes,
We
Yeah.
love each other. We really do. Like,
yes,
we have more in
we
common
do.
than we have separate. And each one of us is just a few events away from being out there on the street,
Man,
ourselves. So
seriously.
Have a heart.
keep that close.
Let's keep the energy uplifted. We are revolutionaries here in the Dub, so feel free to share this post with your tribes and get the people outside warm and safe. So let's spread the word and help save some lives. We don't need to lose nobody else
No.
out here in the Wichita because of these inhumane weather conditions. So
Yes.
all right, ladies. Well, thank you so much again for your time today. And I look forward to growing and glowing with you guys as we get the resources out here. And again, so much gratitude for the work that you do because it's going to take us all.
Thank you for having us, Sarah. And we're Grassroots Bridge Builders.
That's right. Yep.
Yes. Okay, ladies. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.